20h, 22h, c'est Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia.
Quand c'est l'heure, c'est l'heure. 20h à 22h, c'est Musiques Nocturnes. Bonsoir et bienvenue dans l'émission Musiques Nocturnes. Moi, je suis Julia, je suis avec vous jusqu'à 22h comme d'habitude. Au programme ce soir, on est plutôt dans les années 70. On a commencé avec the Allman Brothers Band. C'était Jessica. J'ai pris ça d'une compilation Gold de 2005. Et en fait, Jessica, c'est une tribute de Django Reinhardt. Et c'était le guitariste, auteur, musicien, compositeur Dickie Betts de le groupe le Allman Brothers Band, très très bien connu, qui est décédé le 18 avril d'un cancer. Il avait 80 ans. Allez. On va continuer avec The Allman Brothers Band.
Down in Georgia.
Bonsoir, vous écoutez Musiques Nocturnes, profitez-en bien. Jusqu'à 22 heures, Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia sur Radio Laser.
May I make my fond excuses for the lateness of the hour, but we accept your invitation and we'll bring you belting loud. For the May Day is the great day sung along the home straight rank, and those who ancient lines it lay will heed the song that calls them back. Pass the word, pass the lady, and pass the plate to all who hunger. Pass the wit of ancient wisdom, pass the cup of crimson wonder. Pass the cup of crimson wonder. Ask the green man for where he comes from. Ask the cup that fills with red. Ask the whole grey standing stones and show the sun is way to bed. Question all left to their ways and learn the secrets that they hold. Oh, walk the lines of nature's palm, cross with silver and with gold. Pass the cup and pass the lady and pass the plate to all who hunger, and pass the wit of ancient wisdom. Pass the cup of crimson wonder, and pass the cup of crimson wonder. Join in black December sadness, lie in August, welcome dawn. Stir the cup that's ever filling with the blood of all that's born. But the May Day is the great day sung along the home straight track, and those who ancient lines it lay will lead the song that calls them back. Pass the word and pass the lady and pass the plate to all who hunger, and pass the wit of ancient wisdom. Pass the cup of crimson wonder, pass the cup of crimson wonder.
Radio Laser 95.9 FM.
Un deuxième extrait de The Allman Brothers Band, c'était Rambling Man de Dickie Bates, pris originellement de Brothers and Sisters de 1973, et moi j'ai pris ça d'une compilation Gold de 2005. On a suivi ça avec deux extraits de Frank Zappa, Little Umbrellas et Peaches en Regalia. Donc c'était The Hot Rats de 1969, et on a terminé avec un petit Jethro Tull. Cup of Wonder, c'est l'extrait. Songs from the Wood, c'est l'album de 1977. Oui, allez, on continue.
put in your stable 6 golden apples thought that might pay. I am the first piper who calls the sweet tune, but I must be gone by the 7th day. So come on, I'm a whistler, I have a pipe and a drum to play. Get ready, a fellow whistler, I whistle along on the 7th day. Whistle along on the 7th day. All kinds of sadness I've left behind me. Many's the day when I have done wrong, but I'll be yours forever and ever. Life in the saddle and whistle along. So come on, I'm a whistler, I have a pipe and a drum to play. Get ready, I'm a whistler, I whistle along on the 7th day. Whistle along on the 7th day. In mystical places, like other nights on summer days, we'll find the speck of truth in each riddle, hold the first grain of love in our hands. So come on, I'm a whistler, I have a pipe and a drum to play. Get ready, I'm full of whistler, I whistle along on the 7th day. So come on, I'm a whistler, I have a pipe and a drum to play. Get ready, I'm a whistler, I whistle along on the 7th day. Whistle along on the 7th day.
Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia sur Radio Laser 95.9 FM.
Muskrat, candlelight, doing the town and doing it right in the evening. It's pretty pleasing. Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam, do the jitterbug out in Muskrat Land, and they shimmy. Sammy's so skinny, and they whirl and they twirl and they tangle, singing and jingling the jangle, floating like the heavens above. It looks like muskrat love. Nibbling on bacon, chewing on cheese. Santa says to Susie, honey, would you please be my missus? And she says yes with her kisses. Now he's tickling her fancy, rubbing her toes, muzzle to muzzle. Now anything goes as they wriggle. Don't wait for me at the willow tree. Love will be waiting for you. The wind through the leaves plays a symphony, harmony, rhapsody too.
Jusqu'à 22h, Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia sur Radio Laser.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on a falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Aw, come on Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause a free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround
Radio Laser. 95.9 FM.
On est toujours avec Jethro Tull, le Songs from the Wood, c'est l'album. J'ai pris 2 extraits. Donc, originalement de 1977, moi j'ai pris une collection de tous les disques, Hunting Girl et The Whistler. On a continué avec America, un autre groupe des années 70 bien sûr. J'ai choisi Muskrat Love, Willow Tree Lullaby, puis The Hat Trick de 1973 et on a terminé avec le classique Ventura Highway, The Homecoming de 1972. Bien sûr, tous les 3 c'est une compilation, donc Original Album Series de 2011. Allez, on continue.
Music.
soir, vous écoutez Musiques Nocturnes, alors profitez-en bien.
I'm walking in shadows I cannot see. Faces they smile when I follow flee. Doors without windows all shattered tight again. I just might pass this way again. I just might pass this way again. I just might pass this way. I just might pass this way again. The night she is hot, Creole girls they sing. My heart it is pounding, my ears they ring. The spell has been cast down in New Orleans again. I just might pass this way again. I just might pass this way again. I just might pass this way. I just might pass this way again. Locked in a room down in New Orleans and my blood is flowing fast. Locked in a room down in New Orleans and my blood is flowing fast. The night she is hot, Creole girls they sing. My heart it is pounding, my ears they ring. The spell has been cast down in New Orleans again. I just might pass this way again. I just might pass this way again. I just might pass this way. I just might pass this way again.
days grow short, the nights are gone. Since you were here, I can't go on. I cried for you to no avail. Now my life runs cold when the night winds wail. But I cheat the hangman, cheated him many times before. Then I toast the hour, turn sweet lips to sour. Yes, I cheat the hangman, and even when life has flown away, I leave a kiss behind. The rain that fell upon my stone, like tears you cry, I shared alone. I walk the night, I cannot sleep. The love you spend, you cannot read. But I cheat the hangman, cheated him many times before. Then I close the hour, has turned sweet lips to sour. Yes, I cheat the hangman, and even when life has flown away, I leave a kiss behind. The glow of love will shine. Lighted windows stare at the stranger there returning home. Only lighted windows stare at the lonely stranger there returning home. The glow of love will shine. Lighted windows stare at the stranger there returning home. Only lighted windows stare at the lonely stranger there returning home.
Radio Laser, 95.9 FM.
On est toujours dans les années 70, hein. Maintenant c'est les Doobie Brothers. J'ai pris 4 extraits. Listen to the Music et Toulouse Street, tous les deux prix de Toulouse Street de 1972. Suivi par Slatky Fogelberg et I Cheat the Hangman, 2 classiques chansons de l'album Stampede de 1975, le 5e album je pense. Et j'ai pris tout d'une compilation Original Album Classics de 2011. Allez, on continue.
It was one of those great stories that you can't put down at night. Hero knew what he had to do, and he wasn't afraid to fight. The villain goes to jail, while the hero goes free. I wish it were that simple for me. And the reason that she loved him was the reason I loved him too. And he never wondered what was right or wrong. He just knew, he just knew. Shadow and shade mixed together at dawn. But by the time you catch them, simplicity's gone. So we sort through the pieces, my friends and I, searching through the darkness to find the breaks in the sky. And the reason that she loved him was the reason I loved him too. And he never wondered what was right or wrong. He just knew, he just knew. And we wonder, yes we wonder, how do you make sense of this? When the hero kills the maiden with his kiss, with his kiss. Well, it was one of those great stories that you can't put down at night. The hero knew what he had to do, and he wasn't afraid to fight. The villain goes to jail, while the hero goes free. I wish it were that simple for me, were that simple for me.
Bonsoir, vous écoutez Musiques Nocturnes, alors profitez-en bien.
Listen, old soldier, wherever you are, the hills or the valleys, come near or come far. They say youth's a treasure we waste when we're young. So come down from the place where your medals are hung. You're forever returning and learning to fight, and you feel just like an old soldier tonight. Listen, old soldier, 'cause time doesn't wait. The moon's on your shoulder, the hour is late. There's something there inside you, still calls out to you, and you won't fade away, whatever you do. You're forever beginning, barely winning the fight, and you feel just like an old soldier tonight. You're not getting any younger, that much is true now, but you still got that hunger burning in you now. So what do you do now? What do you do now? Listen, old soldier, to the sound in your ears of too many battles for too many years. There's only one thing you've learned to defeat. So losing is bitter, victory is sweet. You're always unraveling, traveling light, and you feel just like an old soldier tonight. You feel just like an old soldier tonight.
Jusqu'à 22h, Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia sur Radio Laser 95.9 FM.
People do so many things that make
be mad, but angry isn't how I want to spend the time I have. Cognitive dissonance, they call it, and I wonder just how small it could be made to be in me. There's so much disturbing, short-sighted shit. They have to do better than live with it. I'm looking to find some peace to embrace, to bring that smile back to my face. And sometimes I'm winning. Life in the city is so densely packed. Fear of each other is an accepted fact. Fear soaks into concrete, just like grease. Fear is the antithesis of peace. I have a dream, a great man said. Another man came and shot him in the head. Yet the dream floats out there visible, still alive, still alive. Those who rule the middle kingdom hate the old man in the road. They put up roadblocks everywhere he goes. He says, have no anger in your heart for them. They know not what they do. Does that sound familiar to you? To you? Life in the city is so densely packed. Fear of each other is an accepted fact. Fear soaks into concrete, just like grease. Fear is the antithesis of peace. Life in the city is so densely packed. Fear of each other is an accepted fact. Fear soaks into concrete, just like grease. Fear is just the opposite of peace. After holding onto nothing for quite a while, I glanced to see what waited there. A shadow leaning easy by a window, a scent of something recent in the air. Nothing runs faster than time at night, but time slows down every day. All of those hours with nothing to do, holding nothing again today. And sunny days can fool you. They can look wet with rain. Even words from a friend can bring back the pain. Memories come back on their own and burn
flies out in the sky. Pictures are drawn, pencil sketches at dawn, and wishes that I too could fly. Sunny days can fool you. They can look wet with rain. Even words from a friend can bring back the pain. All the pictures I see are smiling at me, but today I'm somebody new. Not really knowing, just coming and going, a stranger just passing through.
Radio Laser, 95.9 FM.
On arrive maintenant à David Crosby. Les extraits que j'ai pris, c'est pas de les années 70. En fait, je préférais David Crosby quand il était en solo. Mais bon, c'est un musicien qui a bien commencé dans les années 60, qui avait une super carrière jusqu'il est mort en 2023 ou 2022. 2023, je pense. J'ai pris 2 extraits, Hero et Old Soldier, de A Thousand Roads, l'album de 1993, suivi par Time I Have et Holding On To Nothing, de l'album Croz de 2014. Allez, on continue.
we don't wanna care. Under the bridges, over the foam, wind on the water, carry me home. Over the years you swam the ocean, following feelings on your own, and now you are washed up on the shoreline. I can see your body lie. It's a shame you have to die to put the shadow on our eyes. Over the foam, wind on the water, carry me home. Six o'clock in the morning, I feel pretty good. So I dropped into the luxury of the lords, fighting dragons and crossing swords with the people against the hordes who came to conquer. 7 o'clock in the morning, here it comes, I taste the warning, and I'm so amazed I'm here today, seeing things so clear this way, in the car and on my way to Stonehenge. I'm flying in Winchester Cathedral, sunlight pouring through the break of day. Stumbled through the door and into the chamber. There's a lady setting flowers on a table covered lace, and a cleaner in a distance finds a cobweb on her face, and a feeling deep inside of me tells me this can't be the place. I'm flying in Winchester Cathedral. All religion has to have its day. Expressions on the face of the Savior made me say, I can't stay. Open up the gates of the church and let me out of here. Too many people have lied in the name of Christ for anyone to heed the call. So many people have died in the name of Christ that I can't believe it all. Now I'm standing on the grave of a soldier that died in 1799. And the day he died, it was a birthday, and I noticed it was mine. And my head didn't know just who I was, and I went spinning back in time. And I am high up on the altar, high up on the altar, high.
cathedral. It's hard enough to drink the wine. The air inside just hangs in delusion, but given time, I'll be fine. Open up the gates of the church and let me out of here. Too many people have lied in the name of Christ for anyone to heed the call. Too many people have died in the name of Christ, and I can't believe it all. And now I'm standing on the grave of a soldier that died in 1799. And the day he died, it was a birthday, and I noticed it was mine. And my head didn't know just who I was, and I went spinning back in time. And I am high up on the altar, high up on the altar,
Jusqu'à 22h, Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia.
just a song before I go, to whom it may concern. Traveling twice the speed of sound, it's easy to get burned. When the shows were over, we had to get back home. And when we opened up the door, I had to be alone. She helped me with my suitcase. She stands before my eyes, driving me to the airport and to the friendly skies. Going through security, I held her for so long. She finally looked at me in love, and she was gone. Just a song before I go, a lesson to be learned. Traveling twice the speed of sound, it's easy to get burned.
Radio Laser, 95.9 FM.
J'ai retourné dans les années 70, donc avec Critical Mass, Wind on the Water. Cette fois, c'est Crosby and Nash. Wind on the Water, c'est l'album de 1975. On a suivi ça avec deux extraits de Crosby, Stills and Nash. Carry On, c'est l'album, originellement de 1977, et donc Cathedral, et Just a Song Before I Go. Allez, on continue.
Sleepless hours and dreamless nights and faraways. Ooh, wishing you were here. Heaven knows and Lord it shows when I'm away. It's a heavy load, but I'll be back.
Ooh, wishing you were here.
Pay the price, make a sacrifice, and still I'll try.
Ooh, wishing you were here. Wishing you were
Bonsoir, vous écoutez Musiques Nocturnes, profitez-en bien.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go. And if you leave me now, you'll take away the very heart of me.
Jusqu'à 22h, Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia sur Radio Laser.
Once in a vision I came on slugs and stood at a fork in the road. My choices were clear, yet I froze with the fear of not knowing which way to go. One road was simple, acceptance of life. The other road offered sweet peace. When I made my decision, my vision became my
Radio Laser 95.9 FM.
Les dernières sélections d'extraits, c'est toujours dans les années 70, avec le grand groupe Chicago. Donc, j'ai pris Wishing You Were Here de Chicago 17, de 1974, et If You Leave Me Now, suivi par Another Rainy Day, New York City, de Chicago 10, de 1976. Et on a terminé avec Dan Fogelberg, Netherlands. C'est l'extrait de l'album Netherlands de 1977. Dan Fogelberg, c'est un grand musicien qui n'était pas connu autant que ça, mais il devait être. Il avait 20 disques, plus 10 compilations. C'est un pianiste, guitariste, auteur-compositeur. Il a joué avec Roger McGuinn, Joe Walsh, Jackson Browne. Et Don Henley de The Eagles était quelqu'un qui était un de ses producteurs. Dan Fogelberg qui nous a quittés en 2007 à 56 ans d'un cancer. C'est bien dommage parce qu'il était super bien, quoi. On arrive à la fin. Bah oui. Rendez-vous le même endroit la semaine prochaine. Il va essayer de faire une petite concoction de musique que je trouve assez sympa. On va terminer comme on a commencé avec the Allman Brothers Band. Donc c'est un petit clin d'œil à Dickie Betts qui est décédé le 18 avril à 80 ans suite d'un concert. Donc In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, c'est pris de Idlewild South de 1970, mais c'est une compilation de 2005. Et avec ça, ciao, bye, à bientôt, good night.
Jusqu'à 22h, Musiques Nocturnes avec Julia sur Radio Laser.